moving on from our last little thing that we did 0 and 90, so you can look back on the other video clips for that. If you're not still sure about your sectioning, go back to the basic sectioning. The way that I'm starting this haircut now is with a horseshoe parted in the top. I'll just like pop him off so that you can see him if I can actually get to him. Getting that well wrapped up. So what I've done, I've created a horseshoe. Okay, so from the front, working just above the pressure ridge, round to the occipital ridge, and that little bit is the bit that you're going to work on last. What you tend to find is that when we start to go in a little bit shorter, people are really good at this bit, they're really good at that bit, but as we start to blend on the occipital, that's where people start to have issues. We're not going really short on this haircut, but I'm going to take a considerable amount off. I'm also going to be adding a 45-degree angle, so it's your graduated angle into it, so you actually create your shape. Using a 0, a 45 and a 90 creates your classic sort of short back and sides for a gentleman. Okay, so we're going to start. I'm going to start at the crown. Obviously, I'm working from a different way to the way that you guys will work. But obviously, I'm just trying to do this so that you can see it, because once more, I'm sort of doing this on my own. Okay, so pop the head. Sorry, so pop the head. You can work him out. Get used to the shirt. Just drop the head forward so that you can see what I'm doing. So you can see that I've created a horseshoe shape. Okay. And we're going to start working from the crown down. So you've done your 0 degree. Okay, we're not going to be bothered too much about that. Quite a lot's coming off this. You started to put your 90 degree out, which is where you pull out. What we're going to look at now is where you transcend from 45 into 90 down to 0. Whether you've got a 0 degree haircut that's like mine, that's a 0. Whether it's a fade, it's a 0. So your leading edge, your sort of stationary guideline, is always going to be on a 0. Okay, so hopefully you can see what we're about to do. So going back to our sectioning, obviously just sort of make yourself a section, not too wide, remember what I said. Nice clean sections, keep it nice and wet if that's how you prefer to work with it. Okay, just so that you guys can see what I'm doing, I just clip stuff everywhere. I wouldn't normally do that, and I wouldn't expect you to do it. It's just so that you can actually see where I'm working and how I'm going to achieve this. Okay, so if you go back to the principles of what you learnt when you were doing your 90, you create your nice 1-inch sections and you work down through your haircut. The difference with this one is that we're going to start at the crown. Okay, we're not taking it short, we're not putting a lot of tension on it, because if you do, that's where things will start to go wrong. Okay, so with the top end of with your comb, again, nice clean section. The art of this is the smaller your sections, the cleaner your haircut will be. Taking it up on a 90. Like I said, I'm going to take quite a lot off this time. So good. Okay. Back to the principle just so that while you're learning, so that you get used to it. Then in that section that we've made, remember, nice and clean. So this time, we're now going to be creating a 45-degree haircut. So watch what my arm's done. My arm's come up. We're following that down. This is going to be the longest part of your haircut, working down into the shortest part of your haircut. Okay, so across, pull out. Take apart from the last bit so you've got your travelling guideline coming with you. Like I said, there's quite a lot coming off. Double comb. What you can see, making sure that your lines are nice and straight still. Like I just said before, there's a lot coming off this time. Okay, arms, your posture is really important when you're working on this one. And now you can see that I've completely changed the shape. Ignore the bit at the bottom, because the bit at the bottom we can just freehand and take off and come back to it afterwards. Okay, so it doesn't have to be perfect at this moment in time, however you can actually see the difference in the shape now. Okay, I'm going to stop obviously for that and I'll come back.